The message was sent at 11:59 p.m., and at the time, it didn't seem important at all, just a few words on a glowing screen. But by the next morning, everything had changed. Let me ask you something before we begin. Have you ever sent a message late at night without thinking twice, only to realize later that it carried more weight than you ever imagined? It was 1 minute before midnight when Daniel typed the message. No dramatic music, no shaking hands, no sense of danger, just a quiet room, a tired mind, and a phone that felt heavier than usual. The message was short, almost casual, sent to someone he hadn't spoken to in years, someone from his past, someone he thought was no longer part of his life. He stared at the screen for a moment, hesitated, then hit send, and just like that, the clock changed to 12 o'clock. Daniel went to sleep, believing the message would be ignored, or maybe read and forgotten. After all, what could possibly happen because of a few late-night words? But the next morning, his phone wouldn't stop vibrating. Missed calls, unknown numbers, a voicemail he didn't remember signing up for. Confused, slightly annoyed, he played the first message. The voice on the other end sounded calm, almost polite, but the words froze him in place. "We got your message. We've been waiting for it, waiting for it." Daniel's heart began to race. Waiting how? Waiting why? He checked the message he sent the night before. It looked harmless, no threats, no secrets, just a question he'd always wanted answered. But what Daniel didn't know was that the person he contacted had disappeared years ago under circumstances no one ever fully explained, and by reaching out, he had unknowingly reopened a door that was never meant to be touched again. As the day went on, things got stranger. People he didn't recognize seemed to know his name. Details about his life that he never shared were suddenly being repeated back to him. Every time his phone buzzed, the tension grew. Was this coincidence or consequence? Have you ever felt that moment when you realize you've stepped into something much bigger than yourself? That evening, another message arrived. This one was different. It wasn't from an unknown number. It was from the same contact he had messaged before midnight. The reply simply said, "You shouldn't have remembered me." Daniel's breath caught, because he didn't remember them reaching out. He remembered them warning him, years ago, to never make contact again, a warning he brushed off as paranoia, until now. As midnight approached again, Daniel noticed something terrifying. Every message he received was time-stamped exactly 1 minute before midnight. Every single one. As if time itself paused for whoever was watching him. And then came the final message of the night. "Tonight, you'll understand what your message unlocked." That's when Daniel realized the truth. The last message before midnight wasn't just a text. It was a signal, a confirmation, a trigger that told someone, somewhere, that he was ready to be found, ready to remember, ready to pay the price for digging into a past that was buried for a reason. At exactly 12 a.m., his phone went silent. No buzz, no notifications, just darkness. And for the first time, Daniel understood that the scariest messages aren't the ones we receive, but the ones we choose to send without knowing who's really on the other side. So here's the question that will stay with you tonight. If you knew one message could change everything, would you still press send?